Welcome to BoxTalk. What's going on, everybody? This is me, Ali. I'm your favorite packaging guy, and I am here to unpack some nice stories, businesses, and the people building these powerful brands. Today's guest is a true creative entrepreneur. She's a musician, a jingle creator, an author, and the co-owner and co-founder of Yoni Rose. Yoni Rose is a brand whose products are carried exclusively at Black & Noble, which is a retail store. She's also the author of Stellar Lyrics Notebook, and she continues to blend music, business, and empowerment into everything she does. So without further ado, I welcome Miss Bonds, Rosie Bonds. What do you do, Rosie?
That was good, Ali. I love that.
You like that? Nice. How's it going?
I think that's a round of applause. I'm great. How you feeling today?
I am feeling great, Rosie. I'm feeling really awesome. So we'll slowly get into everything that we're going to talk about. But Rosie, thank you for being here. When did you, so let's start off with, you're a musician. You're also a entrepreneur. You're also an author. So where do you want to start? Why don't you start?
How about we start with your packaging?
Packaging? All right, let's do this. So Go ahead.
That's why we're here, if that's fine.
We are only here for the packaging for a little bit, part of the podcast, but we're here for you.
Yes, here for me. And so I figured we start with this beautiful packaging so that we don't get lost in the sauce.
No, I don't want to get lost in the sauce at all. So let's start off with some packaging. So, Rosie, I keep calling you Yoni because it's just your brand and your name. It's just so similar. But Rosie, let's start off with some packaging. So what do you let's see. We curated some boxes for you for Yoni Rose, only exclusively available at a store called Black & Noble. We'll talk about that later. All right, there we go. That's what's up. So that's what we did, huh?
Yes, this is what you did. This is the Yoni Rose, if everybody can see. Although I had a graphic artist, you guys were so helpful when it came to if the artist was busy and I needed something done for us to edit it, you guys started editing. So I guess y'all have graphic artists over there because you were helping move it along. This is the design that I came up with. I originally had this design that had too much going on, and my business partner was like, that's a lot, simplify it. And I was like, okay, that's a good idea. So this is what it came down to. As you can see, behind Yoni Rose is the silhouette of a woman, but it's made from vines, rose vines. And you guys, we put the QR code on the front, which goes to the jingle for the song, which is called Yoni Rose, which I can actually play a little bit before we leave later. And so the QR code takes you to my page that has the jingle and the link for you to purchase the soap. If you already have it, the treat is the jingle. On the back, I wrote a poem for the soap, going off of how I feel about Yoni and the word Yoni and how it's like femininity, power, universal. And so I can read it really quickly. It says, "Dear Yoni, you are the universe. You birthed this entire earth, a divine passage. You are powerful. Know your worth." Rosie Bonds. And also on the back, we have the logo, the Rosie Bonds collection, and we have the ingredients. Main ingredient, sea moss gold, which is very, very good for the body, full of minerals. And our biggest organ is the skin. And that is where you want this stuff. You want your skin to eat it.
Sea moss. So sea moss is really, I've heard a lot of good things about sea moss. It's you can also eat it, right? I've seen sea moss in jars.
Yes, you can eat it. Yes. We put it in smoothies. We put it in tea. We put it in all types of food. You use it as a filler, especially people like vegans and everything. So we put it in all types of food.
So the soap, how many products do you have for Yoni Rose at the moment? And because I know we only did packaging for one of the products. So is it just soaps or is it more to it?
It's one more. It's a sea moss body butter. You guys didn't package this one, but if you did, I'm sure you would have done amazing. This one is This is sea moss body butter. It's called Pink Whisper. It has jojoba, vitamin E, sea moss, aloe vera, shea butter infused with natural fragrance oil. So this one, it smells very good, penetrates the skin again, where the skin gets to eat all of these vitamins and minerals. This is one of my single covers on the front. It's called Chess. And it's just like life is really a game of chess. So we just decided to use it on this packaging. And that's it. So it's only two products, the body butter and the sea moss soap. And hey, listen, you have a lot of different types of people that watch your show. I am
Yeah.
open for all types of products. I do brand deals with different companies, even hair companies and shoe companies. So it's not just exclusive. I'm open for you guys.
Rosie, I've actually started doing this thing recently, and I don't know, it's kind of picking up. It was actually an idea from a client, and he said that, hey, he appeared on my podcast. His name was Mishe Shimanga. He makes cleaning supplies, organic, plant-based, refillable cleaning supplies, and he said that, hey, listen, why don't you do a giveaway, like a raffle, and I'll send a client of yours a free kit or some free
Yeah.
products. So speaking of what you just said, collaboration and whatnot, I might make this a thing because he was the one who gave me that idea. So maybe I'm just gonna make this a thing, do a little weekly or a monthly raffle giveaway, and
Yeah.
from there on out, you, for example, if I choose you, then you'll be the one to send some free swag to anybody who won the lucky draw, and the lucky draw would consist of everyone who appeared on my podcast till now.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, I'll send you an email about it too. But
Yeah.
other than that, if you watch other episode, you'd be able to see a lot of startups, a lot of people who have skin in the game, a lot of people who've been around the block, but then you also see people who just started off, and you can get a lot of ideas. And as far as cosmetics and soaps are concerned, I've had tons of clients who are in the skincare industry,
Okay.
whose podcasts you can watch and get some ideas, inspiration, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So
Nice. Yes.
let me talk about Black and Noble for a second. Black and
Okay.
Noble, tell me about that retail store. Because I remember the phone call that we had. You said that you've been going to that store a lot. You love that store, and then they picked your product up. And tell me about it. How's Yoni Rose, CMOS, and CMOS soap performing? What's going on with
Yes.
it?
So I've been going to that store for years. I was going to it was a spiritual
Where
class
is it? Where is it?
it's at 422 South Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
And that's
So
where you were, Philly?
yes. Well, when I started going there, it was on Erie Avenue, which is another street in Pennsylvania. And so now it's on 422 South Street, which is an even better location because a lot of tourists come through that way. So I was going to the one on Erie Avenue, going to a spiritual class there. And once I was going to the
Wow.
spiritual, huh?
I said, wow.
Yes, through a teacher named Brother Levi. And once I was going to the spiritual class, I asked the owner's name Hakeem, I said, can I put some hats? I was selling hats and t-shirts called Crown. And he said, sure, you could put them in here. So then my next product was notebooks. And he said, sure, you could put them in there. So I was always putting my stuff in there. So more recently, as I've been doing my music and the city knows about me more and more, one day I came in the store and I'm like, Hakeem, you need a jingle. He's like, okay, cool. I'm open to it. I did the jingle. Once I did the jingle, he's like, every time you come, you buy the same soap. He was like, and it smells amazing. And that was that. But at the time, it was called Yoni Love. So I'm like, yeah, I love that soap. And he was like, it has rose oil in it, and your name is Rosie. Let's just trademark it, do it. So we did all the legal things, trademarked it. So he'd been selling the soap. It been selling. We just enhanced the marketing of it. It normally was selling like this, like a naked soap. And so explains it is we've now put it in like a cradle and really upgraded the look of it so that we can market it. And so that's how that happened. It was already a soap that he already had that already had CMOS in it, which he owns that brand CMOS Gold. So once I was always buying it, he was like, yo, let's brand it around you. And I went to school for marketing and merchandising at the Art Institute, and he knew that. So I just used all of my intellectual property to help enhance what was already a good selling soap, good scented, and already had all of these things going on. So for me, it was more so like a branding deal, not that I invented it.
Wow, that's so interesting that you've been going to the store, and then CMOS was already selling, and then Hakeem,
Yes.
he wanted to collaborate with you, and then he said, "What? Let's build the CMOS around you," and then you made a CMOS bomb. Is that what it is?
Now the body butter, this one
CMOS
was
body butter.
already selling there too as Pink Whisper. It's still Pink Whisper CMOS body butter, but it's just under the Rosie Bonds collections
Uh,
with CMOS with
uh,
Yoni
Under
Rose.
Yoni Rose,
But
Yoni
this
Rose,
one,
the Rosie
I
Bonds collection.
always was wearing this at the store. I always come in, buy it, use it. He like, you like that? Because he felt like anything I really like, he say I naturally sell the hell out of it. So
And
he
you
was,
do. I bet you do.
yeah. So he was very observant. Like, okay, she like that, that's yours. She like that, that's yours. Because I naturally just really brag about things that I like your
So what?
packaging.
And then you started the CMOS butter, and then you ventured out into the CMOS soap, and then you are exclusively in Yoni Rose right now, and you're kind of you started Yoni Rose, and it's a spin-off of your name, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
you did Yoni Rose, and now you're in collaboration with Black and Noble out of Philadelphia. But so of course your products do stand out, and you're all set with that, and that's a very good start. I think that's a great
yeah,
start to have.
yeah,
You put your product, you find a store. That's it, because shelf space is really hard to get nowadays. You can't
yeah,
find any shelf space, so you're finding it, and you found it. You found it.
yeah, yeah.
So that's a good thing,
It found me.
basically.
It
Basically,
was already on the shelf,
yeah,
but adding me to it was just a
yeah.
remix and to enhance it.
And then you also made a jingle. You use your musician
Yes,
skills. And let me
yes.
ask you, did you make a jingle for Black and Noble, or was it the Yoni Rose Rosie Bonds collection?
The first jingle was for Black and Noble. That's out of the two. Once I did it for Black and Noble, he's like, yo, the music is enhancing the sales quarterly, just like it
Mm-hmm.
did when it did with Burger King. And I have a whole form I'll send you. He said the music
Okay.
is enhancing the sales, quarterly. And
Mm-hmm.
we ping back to back. We posted. He actually
My
even taught me
God.
to be more consistent because he posts the song more than me, my song. So I'm like, that's what
Yeah.
it's the consistency. So once he posts, you'll hear his alarm for somebody buying it. Like ding, post, ding. And it was like, the music with the merch, with the marketing, it just all works. So first was Black and Nobel jingle, second was the Yoni Rose jingle. And it just made it like it's talking about soap, but it's very sexy, feels very Mexican and like really out on the beach. And in the background is my younger brother. He's a rapper. His name's PNB Chiz. PNB Chiz and PNB Rock started out together.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. PNB
I
Chiz and Rock started out together. So Rock is like a brother to me. He spent many nights at my house. I have songs with Rock on streaming platforms. So it all just like came together. My brother's on the background. The teacher that I met Hakeem through is playing the drums on the song, and my friend my main producer, one of my main producers, because I have like three, he is playing. He made the whole production.
actually saw one of your music videos on YouTube. It was with John Doe. What was the name of that song? You Ain't There?
Oh, yo, is that called
You
Ain't Been the
ain't
Same? Ain't Been the Same?
ain't been the same, ain't been the same. That was
Yes,
good. I liked it.
yes.
I
Ain't
liked
Been
it.
the Same came from I was on a highway. A trucker tried to talk to me. Um, he was sitting next to me, but he beeped the horn. I'm like, I must be in his lane. And then he was like, pull over, pull over. I pulled over. We exchanged numbers. He took me on a date. And
Man,
this
that's a way
brother,
to
he
get a date.
rapped for hours upon hours. and I kept getting footage, like, cause I was in disbelief. After that, all I did was put up the video saying, I went on a date, this guy rapped all night, blah, blah, blah. And I showed footage. The video went viral, almost 3 million views. So as it was
Holy
going
hell,
viral,
dude.
yes,
Lord.
it's pinned on the top of my Instagram, I think. Yeah, it
I'll
is.
check it out.
Yes. And so it went viral. And so my producer, we did a song for it and then a video just to keep up the momentum with how the viral moment was going.
And you're rooted culturally into the Black culture specifically, and Black and Noble is also a store that's all about music and creativity, and target
Books
market is
and books, usually about
and
books.
books.
Yeah. And
Books. We're gonna
community.
get to
Yeah.
that too. So what does it mean to have your brand culturally rooted into the Black community?
Um, I'm trying to say my answer without seeming ungrateful, because I guess because I am a big part of the culture, especially in Philadelphia. I
Yes.
am a big part of the culture, so it's only right. It's almost like what it feels like to put your sneaks on in the morning. You belong in them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good way to put it.
What
And
feels,
I think
what it
your
feels to
target
lay back
market is
and just
also
relax
a
in
part
bed.
of your community and people around you. And of course, it's great. And I think while you're rooted into the culture, how do you expand into the future? Do you, because eventually you want to expand into the future, or is it going to be an intentional? Is the expansion going to be intentional, or are you
That's
still going to be rooted to your brand identity?
that's oh, hold on. That's a good question. Always to a brand identity. I'm open for universal. I love everybody.
Of course, that's
One of
why I
my
asked it.
friends is not African American at all. And she's 75. So I love creeds, cultures, ages, everything. I'm very like a familiar soul in the world. So it does have to relate to my beliefs and my moral compass, but
Mhm.
it could be all kind of things, you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
It could
yeah,
be all
I
kind of
hear
things.
you.
If somebody asks me to promote their vape machine, I can't do that because I don't vape. And
You doing
actually
great.
being around too much smoke make me short of breath. So it's not honest to me. I wouldn't promote it well. So I could skip that money. I can't take somebody's money when I'm not gonna give it
Yeah,
on.
you can
Yeah.
skip that. You can say you
Yeah.
can pass on that. I actually have so many people on the podcast, actually all of them. Whenever I ask them, "Hey, how did you start this and what's your brand identity?" It all stems from their core values, their core beliefs,
Yes.
what they have. For
Yes.
example,
Yeah.
I had a woman on the show. Her name was I'm just her name was Lakeisha Anderson. Lakeisha Anderson is from Texas. She had a company called Lava Shell. You can see her podcast if you like.
Okay.
She started her company because her grandma, not her grandma, her mother, she had a skin condition, eczema or psoriasis, or if I'm not mistaken. So that was her reason to start. And of course, if other people resonate with that, then so be it. And then she is pretty
Yes.
successful. She is launching as well. And then I've had another client who's someone who was going through some Jared Hadaway from Dude. I forgot the name. It's Self Care for Dudes. He made a soap. He has a soap brand. You can also see his podcast. His target market is men, but men who are going through shit like mental health stuff and uh,
Nice.
self struggle. But women use it too.
Yes,
Women
of
use
course.
the soaps too.
Yes.
It's a
That's
nice
what I
soap. It
say
smells
about
nice.
Yoni. Yoni, the
Yeah.
women have the Yoni, men want the Yoni.
Yeah. Yeah. Men want the yoni and women have it. Yeah, that's very well put.
So it's for everybody.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we
It's
got that part down, and so the jingle you created for Black and Noble and Yoni, and you have to create a jingle for this too, because I actually have some ideas. If you could, I don't know, give me an idea, maybe I can definitely, I don't know, after a while, I'll send you an email. If you can you send me some sort of a sample or something?
absolutely.
If you can
I
hear me
listen.
out.
this morning I wrote something down. It say, half price packaging. You surely will come back again. Communication 5-star packaging immaculate.
Shoot, dude. That's nice. Say
And
it
that's
again
what
one more
the
time.
beat.
Can
Okay.
you say it again one more time?
Half price packaging. You surely will come back again. Communication 5-star packaging immaculate.
Immaculate.
Yes.
Immaculate. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, cool. I'm gonna show this to our CEO. Just this clip, and then maybe we
Yes.
can jot
And
down
remember,
a
it comes
final
with a
jingle.
beat. It comes with a beat and everything. So it would be really like pumped up.
Yeah, half price packaging, box talk, that's the name of the show, and then Ali, that's me, I'm the host. So if you could like combine all those three elements, that would be super,
Yes.
super swell, Rose.
Yes.
That'd be super nice. So you know what?
Yes.
Speaking of lyrics, how about we jump into Stellar Lyrics Notebook? Because you're an author. You're an author,
Yes.
you're a writer, and you are the maker of Stellar Lyrics Notebook. So what is
Yes.
it and what inspired you to create it?
So I have it right here. Stellar Lyrics Notebook. So I've been writing since 2006. My mentor encouraged me to start writing my own songs because he said my conversation was so fluid and I was smart and I was witty. And he's like, there's no reason you have to sing everybody else's music when you have so much to say to the world and they want to hear you because you're magnetic and all of these things. So one day I had, well, and I'm talking about one day, like it's just small. One day I got a
One
job in
day.
one day I got a job singing in Africa and I was living in Morocco for 3 months on a
Were you?
tour. Yes. And
My God. You're
yep.
international.
Huh?
You're international. You're
Hey.
international.
And a friend of mine, her name was Pam. She sent myself and another friend of mine named Yvette. She sent us two out there for 3 months. And while we were there, I wrote my first song called Watch Out for the Big Girls. But so that's when I wrote my first song. But so what I noticed was every time I write, my page looked the same. Like I'll have some synonym, antonyms, definitions, this, a reminder to use all my senses. And so I started noticing my page had a formula.
Oh
Every time I wrote,
shoot,
my page had
man.
a formula. So what I
My
did
God.
was, and I did a lot of doodling and daydreaming and stuff. So I'm just trying to find my formula. So I put the formula in on the page. It's a little blurry, but over here is all of our senses: see, touch, hear, smell, taste. And then it has brainstorm. How do you feel that day? What's the weather like? So you can incorporate those things in your song. Synonym, antonyms, punchlines, and metaphors. It also has the pre-hook, the hook. And then when you go to the next page, it's very intentional space for you to doodle because doodling helps concentration. That's why we doodle while we meetings and our calendars are doodled on and all of that stuff. So this is why I came up with the notebook. Now, today, I have taught songwriting class in prisons with it, schools, after school programs, and everywhere. So I'm always looking for more schools. I'm always looking to affiliate myself with more principals, more wardens, or anything so that we can use this to transmute energy into creativity.
That's what's up. That's such a great way to put it. So you found while you were doodling, while you were writing your lyrics, you found a formula that, and you recognized a pattern in your way of coming up with a piece of art. And once you
Yes,
did, you said, hey, why don't I just establish a protocol or standardize the process and
yes.
get that stuff out there? And that's what you did. And you created the Stellar Lyrics Notebook. Now, who is it designed for and how does it help? Because I'm also I mean, I'm not a creative, but I love music, and sometimes I think I think I'm the shit sometimes. So I start rapping too, and I start writing lyrics. And is it already designed for artists who are well established, or is it for beginners? Who's it for?
It is. I have artist friends who are well established who have used it. I always thought it was more for beginners or just for people who might be all over the place like myself. I'm diagnosed with ADHD, but I don't take
Yeah.
medication. I go to therapy for it. So like myself, I like some type of organization or some type of structure from somebody else. So if it's an artist that's not stuck in their own way, they will be open to it. Like, oh, that's cool. You know what? I didn't do mine like that. I never thought about having these words visible on the page. It's almost like I go shopping on my page for words and bars. So I'll have antonyms there, synonyms, this, that, and then I'll go shopping on my page as I'm making my bars so that it could be efficient and well thought out, not just the first thing I come up with.
Okay, so in a nutshell, it's for beginners, intermediates, and advanced level artists as well.
Yes.
Understood. And were you always a creative since you were a little girl?
Yes, super creative. I'm an Aquarius. They say we're just the creative, perfect sign in the world.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
an Aquarius too.
yeah. Oh, cool. When's your birthday?
It is this month, and it
Okay.
was on the 4th.
Mine's the 5th.
Oh my God, look at that!
Whoa, buddy.
Look at that!
So yes, all of that with that air sign, I've always been creative. I've always been drawing in my room. I've always been singing. I've always been painting. Oh man, I don't even have on all of my, I make a lot of, I have some right here. Hold on. Because I don't want to skip over this because I would have forgot.
What do you got over there?
I make my own beaded jewelry.
Nice. That looks
So
swell. That's
yes,
awesome.
make a lot of beaded
Gotta
jewelry.
get
I
me one of
sell that.
those.
Yes, I sell that too. So I'm telling you, Ali, yeah, I need somebody that can really manage all of this creativity I have.
Yes, just like you did with the notebook, you're helping people manage their lyricism and
Yes,
creativity. So maybe
yes,
you can also find a way to manage a bigger part of your life, which is being a songwriter, being a entrepreneur, a soap maker, a a bead maker. So you could do all of that, and
yes.
you could do that. So your creativity was born inside you since you were
All
in
right.
a little kid. You're an Aquarius.
Yes,
You make music and you also make jingles, and I think that's a great way to combine the two. And what was the first? I would say because you've always been a creative. Do you have any idea when the first ever creativity moment you had? Not a moment, but like when you ventured out, when you created something for someone, you felt that feeling that hey, somebody is using my product and is engaging with my product. So can you tell me a little bit about that moment? I'm just trying to get deep into your psyche and see as a
yeah.
creative.
Before I forget, I want to mention my uncle Georgie is a well, he passed away last year. He was a
I'm sorry to hear that.
he was a blues singer, and he
A
was
blues
in the
singer.
yes, and he was in the Philadelphia Blues Hall of Fame. He was yes, he was.
Lord.
And he was a blacksmith also. He was also in the movie with Idris Elba, with the
Which one?
cowboy with Method Man.
I haven't seen it, but I'll look him up. I'll look him up.
Yes. I can't remember what it's called, but he was in that movie, and you'll know him because he's sitting around the fire singing the blues with Idris Elba and Method Man. That is my mom's brother. So he
Your
has a
uncle.
very hearty blues voice. And I get that from
How do the blues sound like again? How do the what does blues sound like? It's
I'm
like
trying to think. The
it's not
blues is
jazz,
like,
right?
no, not
Blues is
jazz.
like blues
I'm
is
trying to think of one of
I
my
like
uncle's
blues.
songs. Blues is I have a bluesy voice. I have a bluesy voice. I'm really drawing a blank here. Hold on, wait. We can't skip it. Um,
Give us a little. Can you do a little? Not a maybe like an acapella.
yeah, that's
Acapella.
what I'm gonna do, a cappella. But wait, I'm sorry, I want to do one of his. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna be very fast. Hold on.
Have you
Hold
listened to
on.
the Doors? Were they blues? The Doors.
The Doors. Now I don't know if I know who's
Oh,
the Doors.
it's a blues rock band from the '60s. Really folk. They have a song called Roadhouse Blues. So
No,
it goes like, keep your eyes on the road, your hands up on the wheel.
I don't
You
know if
never
I
heard
know
that?
that one, but hold on, I'm about to get one from my uncle. Oh, there's a hole in the wall. My uncle sing that, and
Oh, okay, play it.
yes, that's what I'm playing. Hold on.
Or let me do it.
Okay, hole in the wall. Georgie Bonds.
Georgie
I'm
Bonds.
here on my own. Yes, play that. I'm here all alone. I'm here with nobody.
That was awesome, Rosie. And
Right.
I see Georgie Bonds right here. Let's play it. Hold on. Oh man, I got some never mind about that.
Just was struggling over here too. I'm like, oh my God, drawing a blank like that.
Yeah. No, something wrong just came up on my never mind about that.
We didn't hear it.
Oh boy. The harmonica though. Wow.
We played the harmonica, the guitar.
Can you hear it?
Yay. Rest in peace.
Well, and the guitar solo? He's
Yes.
cooking it with that one.
Yes. And he taught my cousin how to play.
And he's a good looking guy too.
Yes.
Here on my own. Yeah. Here on my own.
Woo! No,
Man, I'm gonna have to listen to this alone.
Woo!
I became a fan just now.
Yeah, the horse I will cry. Give me his time.
And that's your uncle?
That's my mom's brother, baby.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That is the bragging rights of his
I'm
friend.
here on my own.
Oh my own.
Another American.
Yes, that just made me hot. But my one of his
Thanks,
friends
yo.
calls it his chops. So even while he
His
just passed
chops.
away last year, and while he was on his deathbed, I was at the hospital with him, and his friend was there, and he wasn't really doing that well, and he had me sing for
Right.
him. He had me sing for him. He cried every time I sang. So definitely rest in paradise. I know he's
Rest in
around me.
peace, Georgie Bonds.
Yes, I know he's always with me, and thank you for playing that.
No, absolutely. I really didn't mean to get you emotional, but
No,
you
I'm
know,
fine. It's a beautiful emotion.
all right, that works for me. It's
Yeah,
man, it was good. It was
yeah.
great. I'm a big fan of the blues. I like blues and Georgie Bonds, the way his voice his notes they were pretty.
Yes.
He was hitting those notes.
He's
He was
coming
hitting those
straight in.
notes.
He's gonna come straight in.
And w- so where were we anyway? So we were at the creativity. It runs into your family, and then your uncle is Georgie Bonds, who was also in a movie with the Idris Elba. He was singing the
Mm-hmm.
blues in that,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Oh,
you
Georgie is also the first person. He's the person that got me my passport when I was offered the gig in Africa. He was like, "Oh, I have to be the one that gets you a passport," because he's been touring his whole life. He was like, "Let me check out Morocco, make sure it's no war there." Once he checked it out, he took me to get my passport, and that's the passport.
Rosie, are you gonna eventually pick one thing? I mean, not pick one thing, but focus a little bit more. What do you think you see yourself focusing on more? Writer, musician, entrepreneur? What? I mean, you can't do it all.
Here's the thing. They say that these millionaires and billionaires have 8, 7, 8, 10 streams of income, right? The goal is for something to hit so that everything else just falls into place. You feel me?
I
So
do feel you.
let's just say I'm gonna use, for example, I'm gonna just use a hypothetical. Let's just say tomorrow I hit the lottery for 3 million. 3 million, that's amazing. That could change your life. But at least I could do music, hire people to pour into everything else. I love doing the beats. It's therapeutic. So even I would still do that on my downtime and sell them. And then I would invest in more soap with the partner. And it's when you have the means, the financial means, you could do it all. You could have it's people. I didn't even know one of those actors have a furniture line. It's just he just owns it. He designed it.
Yeah, you know Rick Ross. He owns a bunch of wing stops.
Yes, I did hear that. So I feel like I could do it
He owns a
all.
bunch of wing stops. Really,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
insane.
I feel like I'll be able to do it all. And I do feel like I focus mainly on the music and the other stuff ties into it. Um, Even like the soap tying into the music and everything ties into it. So I think the music is innate. That's my soul. And then the other things I'm attracting are, like related to that, like
Yeah, yeah.
in some way.
Entrepreneurship is universal. If you're a musician, if you it's the more traction you have, the better. You're a musician, your stuff would sell. If you make a fashion line, if you make soap, if you make toys for kids, if
Yeah,
it has your name attached to it, then people will buy it. People will know it's coming from someone they can trust, somebody they have confidence in. I mean, just like Apple ventured into watches. I mean, who would have known
yeah,
that they'll start making
yeah,
watches, or like Kanye West went into fashion. I mean, yeah, he went into shoes, and Jordan,
yeah.
he went into shoes. So that's something that happens, and then I don't know if you've seen the show Breaking Bad. They started making their own the main actors in that show. They started making their own tequila, and
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think both of them, the two main guys that started making their tequila, Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, they're making their tequila, and it works. It's like, I think it's called Dos Diablos or something,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
something like that. And
And
hey,
I
listen,
have
if you make anything like that, we got you on packaging.
Yes, I know. Now listen, you know what? Even my notebooks. Do you guys have an envelope that I can mail it, like mailers?
Yeah, of course. You want to mail it something to us? Yeah, you can.
No, I want to buy mailers from you, packaging.
We'll do that too.
Okay,
We'll
then we'll
hook it
talk
up for
about
you.
that. We'll talk about it so it can have my logo and
Let me show you
all of
one
their
right
fancy
here.
stuff.
Check this out. I got one mailer right here in front of me. I put some of my studio stuff in, but a mailer is typically this. You see it?
Oh, well, no, I'm talking about the plastic package, like the envelope you slide it in.
Oh, can you put it up over your head a little bit? And could you put it? Give me do put it sideways. It's a bubble mailer. You want to put
Yes,
something in a bubble mailer?
yes,
Yeah, yeah, and there's bubble in it. Yeah, you could do. We can do it for Stellar. We can do that for Stellar.
yes.
Make a little nice.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'll
already
let.
know how I want it. I want clouds on the envelope, but with the
Perfect.
logo coming out.
Oh, something cloud, something that portrays that you could also be an artist. You could
Yes,
also do that. You could also be in the clouds or above the clouds. Zach,
yes,
I'll let him know. He'll hook you up. I'll actually send
yes.
out an email right after the show, and then we could do that. By the way, speaking of Zach, right? Did tell me a little bit about how you found half price packaging.
Well, I was sitting on the bed Googling soap boxes and I Googled like unique or something because we didn't want the typical whatever. And I mean, I looked through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. You guys came up before hundreds and hundreds, hundreds. Y'all wasn't that far away. But I kept looking so that I didn't just stop on something. So I peeped yours, went past yours, came back to yours, checked it, making sure. Cause I'm like, oh, if they got this, it's probably something, I don't know, not even better, but something else too, because this is unique. And then I ended up back at yours and I'm like, this is it, actually. And I showed my partner. He was like, whoa, that's dope. He said, I've been selling soaps for this many years and I've been seeing them all over and I've never seen that. And so that's where it was from there. We found you on Google.
We're a growing company. We actually are growing at a very good rate. We're scaling. We acquired 2 new companies and we're merging with them as well. We are doing stuff in the back end too, trying to standardize and be more efficient in our production, also within our logistical areas and all of our processes. We're just getting very efficient. This podcast was my idea. The
Nice.
CEO, he hired me.
I
I was like,
love
you know
that.
what? Let's do a podcast, man. Why not?
Yeah,
Why not have all the
it makes sense.
clients
Yes.
come, talk,
Yes.
tell us about themselves, and then, that way they can get themselves out there and we could also get our packaging out there. And
Correct.
this actually helps because packaging is a big part of your product, right? So
Correct.
this could help entrepreneurs, give them the spark of starting their own product. And
Yes.
that's the idea. Because if you're secure in your mind from the packaging point of view, then all you got to worry about is your product. We
Yes.
got you with packaging. So,
Yes.
and we got you. So,
Yes.
thank you to Zach. Zach was really good. Zach told me a lot about you. He has such a high opinion of you, Rosie. And he told me that you should have her on the show. And I did. And Zach,
Yes.
I'm sure Zach did your products your boxes
Yes.
justice.
And Zach was very patient with me because I'm like, hey, hello, I'm back. Could you fix this? Then could you add this? I know I didn't ask last time, but I forgot this, and so he was very patient with me. And that's why when he asked for a review, I really forgot. And then he came back and said, hey, Rosie, don't forget the review. And I'm like, I don't have time to type one because I'm really busy. And when I'm writing, I really like to sit down and but I'm also organic when I'm talking. So I said, let me send him a video and just get it done. To not procrastinate. And this is a shameless plug as I segue to my Don't Hesitate Do. This is a to-do list I created called Don't Hesitate Do, ADHD.
Is this a part of Stellar or is it a different book?
This is a different book.
Oh, Lord. Don't hesitate. Do.
So for ADHD, don't hesitate. Do. And
Don't hesitate.
An itemized to-do list to help the easily distracted stay on track, right?
And I need this in my life.
Yes. In the beginning, I write. So it's just a list, a to-do list for yourself, your parents, siblings, your children, your friends, your husband, partner, wife, mate, your business, your pets, plants, your work, your job.
This is awesome.
And
you know what? All it takes is just this.
Yeah.
All it takes is a pen, a piece of paper, and you.
Yes.
So I think you're doing a great job, fundamentally speaking, in that way. It's great.
Yes,
so for the packaging for this as well, that's also doable. I'm gonna post this episode full. Gonna post some shorts on my business personal page, and then on our half price packaging page, we're gonna post one short, and then of course what I'm doing, the things that are in my power, I'm doing a giveaway. And then maybe you can send the ADHD Don't Hesitate Do Stellar's notebook, maybe a bunch, maybe the Yoni Rose soap. You can send it to one of my other clients. You can collaborate with them, and then you could just try to grow your company. And I think that's a good way to do it. And I think this podcast helps people in that way. And hey, who doesn't want to do a podcast and tell about your own brand? So I think that's good.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely. Yep.
I agree with that totally. And YoniRose.com is how's that going? What is YoniRose.com all about? Just the website. If I open your website, what do I see?
What a website?
Sorry, no. RosieBonds.com.
Yes, RosieBonds.com / Yoni Rose and blackandnobel.com. Once you go on their page, it's normally at the top. you'll see the body butter, and you'll see the Yoni Rose, a picture of the Yoni Rose bar at the top. And you could just purchase it, but it's blackandnobel.com. And then the Rosie Bonds page takes you to the music clip. And then when you click the buy soap clip, it takes you back to blackandnobel.com also.
Your website is awesome. I believe that the way you conduct yourself in such forms, musician, author,
Right.
entrepreneur, is great. And I wish that I want you to become more efficient, because you could always be more efficient.
Yes.
So that being said, if you need any help other than packaging, I would gladly, maybe you're like, hey, listen, Ali, could you connect me with one of this client from the podcast? I'll be happy to do that. Maybe you want to, because you make soap, maybe you want to source some ingredients that you don't have or you want to have with
Yes.
that person. You could also do that. Research,
Yes.
research, research. So
Yes.
I think that's something I could help you with. The website, if you need help with that, I could also get that stuff done for you.
Yes. I
But
can use that help too. Because I did
absolutely.
it all by myself. So I did it so that it's done and it's there, and people have purchased things off of it. So I'm glad it's there, because my feng shui consultant, I met her 5 years ago, and she said, "You don't have a website," and I said, "I know," and she said, "You need to make one until you can afford to manage one." And I'm like, "I know," and I said, "I gotta learn," and she said, "Just start learning tonight." She said, "I'm 70 something and I made mine, so you could do it." So I made it, and then I keep editing and doing stuff, but I know I could use like help that'll like take it to the next level.
So, well, speaking of Rosie Bonds, how do you describe Rosie Bonds as a musician? Your sound, your specific sound. How do you describe it?
I'll start with
Blues,
huh?
bluey,
Bluesy
blues, bluesy.
bluesy. I want to start with words like chill bumps, you know, hair standing.
You know Barry Bonds.
The baseball player?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has a last name like yours, Barry
I
Bonds.
know. I know. If he's my cousin, hey,
Oh
you,
man. No.
you just
What
let me hit home
what do you
run with it.
want? What Rosie? What do you want for your audience? What do you want your audience to feel? What emotions?
Um, I want my audience to feel confident for sure in themselves, because that's a big thing for me. I'm not influenced by what other people think about me or even my music. I'm so glad to hear other artists saying, I cannot put out just what you want from me. I have to deliver some messages to you. I have to deliver my artistry to you. So I might ask something like, which cover y'all like the best? But not being one of these two covers is not an option. These are two I already agreed on. What's better to y'all? And I'm gonna see if we all agree on one. But nobody has the power to, overthink my creativity for me. So confidence for sure, no matter what somebody is doing, confidence. Um, just believing in themselves to stand up for what they believe in, no matter if it's a religion, something political, something whatever. We have to stand for something, or we are nothing. We have nothing. We have no foundation. So with my music and my brand, it's really just like confidence, positivity for sure. Um, I'm super empathetic, so I just feel for people. That's
I can
why
feel that.
yeah,
I
I
can feel
write
that
so
empathy.
well because I can feel people in a room. I can feel sometimes what people thinking. I can feel what my friends going through. So it's so easy for me to take that and put it into lyrics and then emote it out back out for other people that feel that way. So yeah, just like I'm just like this broad soul, that's been here before and before and before.
You think? So what is the hard? So you say Yoni Rose, you're a co-founder, I believe.
Yes,
Hakeem, he's the other
yes,
co-founder.
yes.
Understood. Okay, just wanted to understand that. What's up, Sal? Oh, okay. You want that cable? One moment, Rose. This? Yeah. Oh yeah, you can have that. Sorry about that, Rose. My
Uh-huh.
My guy needs this cable, but we got it. All right. So what is the hardest? So Hakeem is he's the co-owner and co-founder of that. So I want to ask you a couple
Yo,
more
that
questions and then we can wrap it up. So you're a woman-owned
it
is
hasn't
is
been an hour yet.
but no, you're not woman-owned. But
I wonder if we cut
let's
it off
say,
at an
what advice
hour.
do you have for
I
women
hope this part is
launching their
not
first
on
brand?
play. I mean, being recorded.
Can you hear me, Rosie? Hello? Oh, you're doing a song. You're doing a beat. Hello? What's wrong? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What happened? Did this mess it up? Rosie, can you see me? Hello?
Oh, here,
Rosie? Rosie, can you see me?
here
Hello?
with nobody. Here. Okay, I was like, do I wait? Do I call his cell phone or what's happening?
No, Rosie, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you. I can hear you. Did you lose me for a second?
Yes, you didn't know that?
No, you were there the whole time. You were doing a beat with your hands, and you were saying, "I hope, I hope it ain't recorded." But you know what? It was kind of nice. It was kind of cute. So we'll just keep it in.
You know what it was? You know what it was?
Oh, it was
ADHD.
that? It was ADHD. Yeah, yeah. I felt that. I felt that. So Rosie, when we wrap it up, leave your studio open for a little bit,
Okay.
so your part uploads as well. I will end the call, but you keep this open so your part uploads just 10 to 15 minutes, and it'll
Yeah.
notify you when to shut it down. But if just for good measure, leave it open for 10 to 15 minutes. So let me ask you this, Rosie. What advice would you give to somebody who's in your shoes, who's asking, who wants to be an entrepreneur, who has ADHD, who is in almost the same shoes as you are, and they have so many things going on, kind of like me. I do so many things, right, Rosie? I do this, I podcast, and I have another personal podcast. I work in packaging. I'm a salesperson. I commentate for mixed martial arts, not MMA
Nice.
fights.
Go ahead,
I
Lee.
Yeah.
You look like you do some type of fighting.
I watch fights. I train a little bit of MMA, but I
Okay.
commentate. I love the sport, so and I like music as well. I see. I may have ADHD, but I'm not diagnosed with it. So, what advice would you have for a guy like myself?
Um, I absolutely listen. If you've learned how to take all of these things you could do and the word I used before and transmute it into good energy and productivity, then I say I would keep doing that. If it's times you feel like halted or
I
procrastination
do.
or
I
stuff,
do.
I I don't prefer medication. So I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget because I knew what type of interviewer you are. So here are my notes. But I am at
Really?
cognitive behavioral therapy. And my therapist is amazing. And you wouldn't believe the things that's attached to ADHD. Like people would be like, oh, you be late sometimes and you this, you that. And I could look at a flyer. I think I'm getting the details, look at everything and still get the date wrong. I've showed up to parties a day late. I've showed up to parties a day early. I've showed up to parties 2 hours early, 2 hours late. And so people don't understand how many things are attributed to ADHD. I even download books on Audible because I don't understand it all. But when I hear different things, I identify with it. But I definitely try to use creativity as one of my most important therapeutic practices. And it sounds like you have a lot that you could do. But if you ever feeling stuck or what's next or whatever, I would strongly suggest cognitive behavioral therapy. It works.
And I think I'm gonna have to buy your. Hey, don't hesitate. Do
Yes.
it.
To-do list. L.
I'm gonna have
Yes.
to get that. All
Yes.
right.
Yes.
So that's Rosie Bonds. Rosie. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Rosie Bonds. Follow Rosie Bonds at Instagram at Rosie Bonds,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
follow Rosie. Check her out on rosiebonds.com. Check her notebook, which helps people intermediate, whether you are
Yes.
advanced or a
Yes.
beginner, with
Yes.
lyrics and writing songs. It's called stellarlyricsnotebook.com, and the Stellar Lyrics Notebook is also the Instagram handle to check it out.
Yes.
Yoni Rose, Rosie Bonds, thank you, ma'am. I really appreciate it, and I'll follow with you on email, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, Ali, it's been amazing. You keep doing all the things you're doing. Yes.
Thank you, Rosie. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
Thanks, Rosie. Have a great day, ma'am.